Hello students, my name is Neeti Dugaya and I am Assistant Professor in EX Department, SIRT. Today we will discuss the behavior of AC circuit across RL series circuit, which is the topic of basic electrical and electronics engineering subject, and its subject code is BT104 according to the RGB. Today, we'll discuss the behavior of RL series circuit. We have already discussed the behavior of resistance, inductance, and capacitance across AC circuit. Now, I will discuss today the AC circuit across RL series circuit. So, this is the basic diagram, circuit diagram. Like we are having a voltage source, AC voltage source V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and our resistance R and L in series with each other. A pure resistance R and pure inductive coil of inductance L are shown in the circuit diagram, and where V is RMS value of the applied voltage and capital I is the RMS value of resultant current. So VR is the voltage drop across the resistance as shown in diagram, and VL is the voltage drop across inductor. Now let's discuss the formula and phasor diagram. So VR here is VR is equals to I into R is the formula, right? And VL is I into XL, where XL is the inductive reactance. And as far as the circuit diagram phasor diagram is concerned, we know that in resistive circuit, I and VR both are in same phase. As we can see here, these are in same phase. There is no phase difference between current and voltage. But in inductive circuit, we already seen that current is lagging voltage by 90 degree, or we can say voltage is leading current by 90 degree as shown in this. So this is the phasor diagram for resistive circuit, and this is the phasor diagram for inductive circuit. And how the resultant phasor diagram will be drawn for the RL series circuit, as both R and L are connected in the circuit. So we will take I as the reference axis, that is X, and we'll show the diagram here like this. Okay. So here is the combined diagram. Here is the combined diagram where we can see the VR. VR is along with the current, which is an x-axis, and in y-axis we are having VL, that is leading current or VR by 90 degree, right? So the resultant phasor diagram, as we'll draw the resultant phasor diagram, so this VR and this VL will combinedly will add up and give the vector V, that is resultant voltage of the circuit as per the vector calculus diagram, right? And the phase angle which is drawn between the voltage as current is 5 degree, and as we can already see here that current is leading voltage by phi angle, that is 5 degree, right? So let's discuss the next slide. So this VL and VR, we are already having this, and the resultant circuit which we have created in resultant voltage which we have calculated in phasor diagram. Let's do it mathematically. So the vector sum of V is equals to vector sum of VR plus vector sum of VL. We already know that VR is equals to I into R and VL is equals to I into XL. So when we'll calculate V, it would be I into R and I into XL. So this is voltage triangle we'll have to draw. Voltage triangle is the angle of voltages for this particular series circuit. So this angle, this x-axis is showing VR, and this y-axis is showing VL, that is I into XL, and the resultant voltage has been drawn here like this. So this is the voltage triangle which has been drawn by the help of the phasor diagram, and this is the phase angle between VR and V. And the resultant voltage will be, as far as the resultant magnitude is concerned, the capital V would be under root of VR square plus VL square. Now let's move to the further calculation. So VR can be written as I into R and VL can be written as I into XL. So I will be kept outside if we'll take it outside the brackets. Then under root of R square plus XL square will be left with, and this under root of R square plus XL square is known as impedance, that is shown by Z. So this is the resultant voltage formula. So V is equals to I into Z. And what is the angle? If we'll see tan phi, then tan phi will be VL by VR. We already know that tan is equals to perpendicular upon base. The perpendicular is VL and base is VR, or we can write it like I into XL and I into R. So VL by VR is equals to I into XL upon I into R, and it would be better defined as I and I would be cancelled. So XL by R is there, tan theta. And if we'll have to calculate the cos phi, you know that it is based upon hypotenuse, and VR by V is the formula. And same I into R can be written in place of VR, and I into Z can be written as in place of V. So cos phi will be R by Z. We already know that cos phi is power factor. So power factor will be VR by V or R by Z. This is the formula. Right, so this is the derivation for power calculation or impetus, and we already know that V is equals to Vm sin omega t, I is equals to V by Z. We can write it like this because V is equals to I into Z, we have calculated, and the total impedance of the circuit is given by R Z is equals to R plus J into XL, right? And J can be written as XL can be written as omega L, so R plus J omega L. And in polar form, we can represent it like Z is equals to under root of R square plus XL square angle tan inverse phi, right? Or phi is, as we know that phi was tan phi was XL by R, so we can write phi is equals to tan inverse XL by R. We can write it like this. So the resultant current is given by I is equals to Vm sin omega t upon under root of R square plus L square angle tan inverse XL by R. So this is the formula. And this is the same formula. We can write it like this only, that omega t, this angle omega t, and this angle tan inverse XL by R can be shifted to the upside on in the numerator, and it could be sine omega t minus tan inverse XL by R, right? So the resultant formula for the current is equals to I is equals to Vm by under root of R square plus XL square sine omega t minus phi, where phi is tan inverse XL by R. So IM, that is maximum current, would be calculated by Vm upon under root of R square plus XL square. This is the value of maximum current. And as far as power calculations are concerned, we know that power across the RL series circuit would be power across resistance plus power across inductance. We already know that power across inductive circuit is 0 and power across resistive circuit is I square R. So what we left with is I square R only, or it could be written like V by Z into I into R, or VI cos phi. V by Z into I into R, we can write it like this. So power is equals to VI cos phi. We can already R by Z, as we know that R by Z is cos phi, that is power factor. So we can write it like P is equals to VI cos phi watt. So power is equals to VI cos phi, and it is into watts. So this is the final phasor diagram, and this is the waveform diagram, right? Waveform diagram in which it is clearly shown that we already know that RL series circuit, in RL series circuit, voltage will lead current by phi angle, and phi angle depend upon the magnitude of voltage and current. So V is equals to, as we can see here from origin, the voltage has been started like this. It is showing by the black waveform, and the red is showing the current waveform. And current waveform, as it has already been seen in as we have already seen here, that the current is lagging, right? When voltages start here in the origin, after phi angle, the current start from 0, right? So this current is lagging and voltage is leading by phase angle 5 degree. So this is all about the AC circuit, behavior of AC circuit across pure inductance. I hope you will get the complete knowledge of it by the calculation of derivation. So do practice, and in next class we'll discuss the numerical about this circuit, and we'll discuss RC series circuit. Thank you.